Hello students, a very warm welcome. In this video, we are going to study lesson number 11, that is a look inside the body. Now students, coming to page number 67, a look inside the body. We are going to learn internal organs, external organs, and the special places for internal organs, then the esophagus, the heart. Then you will study about the brain in this video. Now see students, let us start our lesson with can you tell. Now look at the picture on the left side. Why does the chest expand when we breathe in? See, the air enters the body when we breathe in. That is why the chest expands. Now students, see the picture on the right side. See, the doctor puts her fingers on your wrist to feel your pulse. You too can feel your pulse. What causes this throbbing? Now see, we can feel the pulse near the wrist because inside the wrist blood flows through the blood vessels. Because the heart contracts, the blood is forced forward. This causes throbbing. Students, here throbbing means beating of the pulse rapidly. Internal organs. Now see, we have many different tasks to do. We use certain specific parts of the body to do them. The human body contains major internal organs or body parts which can be easily identified. These organs differ in size, shape, location and function. Each organ has a specific role which contributes to the overall well-being of the human body. Now students, moving to can you recall? Which body parts of our body do we use for the following? See, the first one is seeing. For seeing we use eyes. Then for walking we use legs. Then for hearing we use ears, and for writing we use hands and fingers. And now, what is meant by external organs? The organs located on the outside of the body are called external organs. Give some examples. Examples are hands, legs, head, neck, etc. Which body parts of the body are called sensory organs? Why are they called so? See, eyes, nose, ears, tongue and skin are called sensory organs. With the help of these organs, we are aware of our surroundings. Therefore, they are called sensory organs. See students, the organs that make us aware of the situation around us are called sensory organs. See, eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin are our sensory organs. Now students, coming to page number 68, see a new term, that is internal organ. See, an organ that is situated inside the body. It cannot be seen from the outside. That is called internal organ. Now see students, many functions of the body go on inside the body. A network of blood vessels is spread throughout the body. Blood flows through them continuously. The air we breathe in is carried to all parts of the body through this blood. The food that we eat is digested. These functions are carried out by different organs called internal organs. Now let us learn a few things about them. Now students, we are going to learn about the special places for internal organs. See, first one, can you tell? Some biscuits were put in a glass jar. The glass was then shaken and turned over. What happens to the biscuits? See, the biscuits which are loosely put in a glass jar will break into pieces when the jar is shaken and turned over. Now, a pack of biscuits was shaken in the same way. What happens to the biscuits? Biscuits in the closed pack will not break even when shaken. The biscuits in the jar could break into pieces, but not the ones in the pack. Why? See, because the biscuits in the pack do not move from their place. They are tightly fixed in the packing. Therefore, the biscuits in the pack do not break. But biscuits in the jar are loosely kept anyhow in the jar. This makes them move here and there in the jar, resulting in breaking. So what does this example tell us? It tells us that the internal organs of the body that carry out important functions are securely protected in the body. Even if we move a lot, the internal organs will never leave their places. There are hollow spaces called cavities which are present inside the head and the torso of the body. In these cavities, the internal organs are located. Now students will study about the cavities in our body. See, the organs inside the body that perform certain important bodily functions need to be secure. The structure of our body is such that our internal organs can remain in their places no matter how much we move. There are hollow spaces for these organs inside the head and the torso. These are called cavities. The cavity inside the head is called the cranial cavity. The cavity in the torso has three parts. The cavity in the chest is called the thoracic cavity. The cavity inside the abdomen has two parts. They are the abdominal cavity and the pelvic cavity. All the internal organs of the body are situated in these cavities. They are situated in such a way that they will not leave their places and move here and there. Now students, coming to page number 69, can you tell? See, the man is filling the water from the tap into a drum. The drum is some distance away from the tap. Still, the water from the tap is flowing into the drum. Why is this so? See students, see, from the tap, the man has connected a hollow tube which is opening into the drum. The water flowing out of the tap is thus finding its way into the drum. Now students, we will learn the function of oesophagus. See, oesophagus is one tube-like part of alimentary canal. We chew the food with the help of teeth. The tongue in the mouth helps us to understand the taste of food while chewing. See, in the mouth, the food is mixed with saliva. The food forms a moist ball. This ball of food is gulped and then it passes through the throat and enters the oesophagus. Now see, from the oesophagus, it reaches the stomach, which is present in the abdominal cavity. The wall of the oesophagus is flexible, due to which the food is pushed forward into the stomach. The other name of oesophagus is gullet and it is present in the thoracic cavity. Now students, coming to page number 70, use your brain power. See, the organs which help digest our food are in the abdomen. Only the oesophagus is in the thoracic cavity. Why? See students, we take the food through the mouth. After chewing it with the help of the teeth, the food is mixed with saliva. It then becomes a soft, moist ball. We gulp this and then send it to our stomach. For this purpose, there should be a tube taking the food from mouth to stomach. The stomach and other digestive organs are in abdominal cavity, but this tube called esophagus or gullet has to be in thoracic cavity. It connects the mouth with the stomach. Thus, only esophagus is in the thoracic cavity. Now see students, see how are the flexible walls of the esophagus useful. See, the swallowed food needs to be sent further to the stomach by the esophagus. The flexible walls of the esophagus help to push the food into the forward direction. Now students, see, do you know? See, the journey of food in our body begins in the mouth. The internal organs in the abdomen help to digest it. The undigested, unwanted part is passed out through the anus in the form of feces. That is where the journey ends. Food travels through a pipe-like pathway from the mouth to the anus. It is called the alimentary canal. It is about 9 meters long. It is made up of a number of internal organs. And now the esophagus is a part of the alimentary canal. Now students, this is the picture of the heart and the location of the heart. See, there is blood in our body. We take in air when we breathe in. Our blood carries the air to all parts of the body. The food that we eat gets digested. It is again blood that carries the digested part to every particle of the body. For these purposes, it is necessary to keep blood flowing through the blood vessels that spread throughout the body. It is the function of the heart to keep the blood flowing. See, the heart is an important internal organ. It is in the center of the thoracic cavity, a little to its left. It is slightly bigger than one's fist. The walls of the heart too are flexible. And now students, coming to page number 71, we are going to learn a new term, that is contraction, means becoming smaller. And the next word is relaxation, means becoming larger again. Based on this new term, we are going to do an activity. Take a bottle made from flexible plastic. Then you take a spent ball pen refill. Now what you do, you make a small hole in the center of the lid of the bottle. The refill must fit tightly in the hole. Now fill the bottle with water. Now what you do, you fit the lid with the refill tightly on the bottle. Make sure that most of the refill is inside the bottle, only a sharp tip projects out. It will make it easier to do this experiment. Upright in both hands. Press the bottle and then leave it loose. Do this 3 or 4 times. What do you see? When the bottle is pressed, water flows out in a jet. When you let it go, water stops flowing out. What does this tell you? If pressure is applied to a liquid in a closed space, the liquid will gush from the wherever it finds way out. Now students, you try this. See, you place your palm a little to the left of the center of your chest. You can feel your own heartbeat. The heart contracts and relaxes alternately without stopping. When it contracts, the blood in the heart is pushed into the blood vessels. At every contraction, it is pushed further and further. A contraction of the heart is called a heartbeat. If you place your hand on the middle of the chest a little to the left, you can feel the throbbing of your heart due to the heartbeats. At the wrist, there is a blood vessel that flows very close to the skin. If you place your fingers there, you can feel the heartbeats. This is called feeling the pulse. Now, students, do you know when we are sleeping quietly, the pulse becomes slower, and when we are running, the pulse becomes faster. Now again coming to page number 72, use your brain power. When the heart contracts, the blood in the heart is pushed into the blood vessels. What could be the reason for that? See students, the heart is like a closed bag containing blood. When it contracts, there is pressure on the blood present in the heart. If a pressure is applied to a liquid in a closed space, it gushes from wherever it finds its way out. Similarly, when pressure is put on the heart due to its contraction, the blood is pushed into the blood vessels. Now students, we are going to study about the lungs. See, when we breathe in, we take air in through the nose. The internal organs through which this air is supplied to the body are called lungs. We have two lungs. They are situated in the thoracic cavity, one on the right and the other on the left. The heart is between the lungs a little to the left. There, the left lung has a slight depression. The right lung is slightly bigger than the left lung. A pipe-like internal organ carries the air we breathe it into the lungs. It is called the windpipe. The windpipe separates into two branches. Each branch is called a bronchus. When we breathe in, the lungs expand a little. That is why our chest swells up when we breathe in. The functions of the heart and the lungs depend on each other. Both these internal organs are very important. They are situated in the thoracic cavity inside a cage made of bones called the rib cage. That is why they are safe and secure. Now students, coming to page number 73, we are going to study about the brain. See, the brain situated in the cranial cavity is a very important internal organ. It controls all that we do. It is the brain that we become aware of emotions such as anger, joy, sorrow, etc. The meaning of the information collected by our sensory organ is also understood in the brain. Injury to the brain can make one disabled for life. It can even cause death. Hence, the brain needs to be totally protected. That is the function of the shell or casing formed by the skull around it. Now see students, do you know? See, when you learn a poem, it is registered in the brain. That is why we can remember it. This work of remembering is called memory. The structure of our body is very complex. There are a large number of organs inside our body which help it to perform all its functions smoothly. It is very interesting to learn about all these organs. So students, do find out more about them as you grow up. Now students, we'll have a quick recap of what we have learned. See, the numerous important functions that go on inside our body are carried out by different organs. These organs are inside our body. They cannot be seen from the outside. That's why they are called internal organs. The body is structured in such a way that the internal organs remain safe within the cavities inside the head and the torso. The esophagus carries the swallowed food from the throat to the stomach. It is situated in the thoracic cavity. The heart keeps the blood flowing through the blood vessels spread throughout the body. The heart is continuously contracting and relaxing. The contraction of the heart pushes the blood from the heart into the blood vessels. The lungs are the organs through which the air we breathe in is supplied to the whole body. The right lung is a little bigger than the left lung. The heart and the lungs are held safely in the rib cage in the thoracic cavity. Our brain is a very important internal organ. It has a safe place inside the skull, controlling movements, becoming aware of emotions, and interpreting the information collected by the sensory organs are the functions of the brain. And students, what we should always remember that in any accident, if the head is hit, the skull can get broken. If that happens, it can cause injury to the brain. Then the person can become disabled for life or even die. That is why one must always wear a helmet when riding a motorcycle or scooter. And now for homework, students, you have to read, learn and write these words 10 times in your notebook. Like the first one is throbbing, second one internal, third one external, fourth one cranial, fifth one pelvic, sixth one cavity, seventh one esophagus, eighth one heart, ninth one contraction, 10th one relaxation, 11th one lungs, 12th one brain, 13th one pulse, 14th memory and 15th complex. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay home, stay safe, stay healthy and stay protective.